We are doing aesthetics once again. And I think we have to this week because there's so much conversation over the All-Star Game uniforms. And I don't think we talk about this at all, you and I didn't bring it
No,
up yet,
no,
but
I
what
am,
were your
I am,
thoughts?
I am wearing a few years ago an All Star Jose Abreu T-shirt
A fine
from the jersey.
example of a nice design of a t-shirt. I don't
I think
mind
that
that at
was
all.
for the Astros too. I think that was when it was in Houston.
Of
Um,
course.
so,
What'd you think of the uniforms last night?
well, when I saw the uniforms, when I just saw the uniforms at first, I was like, "Good Lord, I'm
They're
not a big
weird.
fan of these." Yeah,
They're
but then
weird.
when I saw, but then
They're
when I saw them on the players, I didn't mind them as much.
I kind of had the same reaction. The uniforms were released a couple weeks ago. We didn't bring it up because I try not to bring up aesthetics too much. There's other things to talk about, but uh, and I wasn't going to have anything positive to say about them because I thought they look ridiculous when you see them, in the Nike web store, a jersey sitting alone with the vertical on the left or right chest with the vertical uh, abbreviation for the city and then the single color logo on top of it in navy blue with red. That was for the AL. The National League had white uniforms with the same red abbreviations for the city, and then the single color logo on top of that. They look strange by themselves. Together on the field, I did get used to them, especially the longer the game went. I thought they were okay. My problem is one of the coolest things I felt throughout the years, especially when you look back on the history of the All Star game, is you see all the different uniforms on the field at one time, and I think that's so fucking cool. We're all, whatever the road team is wearing their grays. Whatever the home league is, they're wearing their whites, but they're all wearing their own uniform. And of course, they have the special all-star patches in their hats and sleeves. But you see an A's uniform next to a Tigers uniform, next to a Yankees uniform. There's something that's always going to be cool about that. And actually, what they did is they kind of reversed what they've done for years, and they've had that situation in the home run derby on Monday night. The players wore their home uniforms for that, which is okay. The coolest thing they did with that, and then I'm going to definitely commend Major League Baseball on, is everyone is wearing number 44 for the home run derby to commemorate Hank Aaron, who passed away in January of this year, which I thought was super cool. A cool way very simple, elegant way to pay homage to Hank Aaron. And it just, I thought it looked really cool. So that's a positive. The negative is it's kind of put everything on its head where they kind of look like they're wearing pajamas almost. It wasn't a full button down jersey in the All Star game. It's like a 2 or 3 button at the top, which I thought was strange.
Yeah, it's
But like you said,
like
you
a
get used to them after a while. I don't know.
well.
Do you
The
have more
funny thing
thoughts?
was Lance Lynn had some thoughts on it, and
Oh,
he was all fired up that he couldn't just wear his White Sox jersey like in years past out on the All Star field. He said the home run derby is where you wear the All Star jersey.
yeah, that's how it
You
had been.
represent your team properly on the field. Now, I think the main
Fortunately, he didn't have a pair of scissors nearby,
well, that's
like a
yeah,
former White Sox pitcher
but
who will remain nameless.
um, but I think the main difference this year is normally it's more generalized like this, and the team's logo is just on the sleeve. Where this year the team logo was actually part of the main portion of the jersey.
Okay,
So
yeah, and I get that, and this is where I struggle as a visually challenged guy at times. I could barely see the logos, see the name of the team. And I think a lot of people had the same complaint. It was difficult to see which team was which, just because they're all the same color. It's just subtle differences between each jersey. But you're right. I mean, every team was represented a little bit differently, and they did have the city's name and logo on the front. It was just real small compared to what most people are used to.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're not great. I'm not running out to try to buy one. I normally don't
Yeah,
actually
I'm curious
really.
what the
Yeah,
sales are going to be. I mean, yeah, how many people are going to be walking around in a 2021 All-Star jersey of their choice?
so I'm sure there'll be lots of those for sale off season at discounted prices. So if you want one, just wait.
I also heard Tim Anderson was complaining about him a little bit too. I didn't hear about the Lance Lynn, but didn't Tim
Oh,
have an issue? Probably
I
the same exact issue, but
yeah, I think they feel like it just wasn't a good for all teams. Like it just wasn't a good representation of really showing your team off in the All Star game as it was in years past, which is why it always was. They never wore just an All Star jersey during the game. It was because you're
right.
representing your team. So
Yeah.